King Charles III carried out his late mother's wishes on Monday by granting Dunfermline city status, which he said would gladden my dear mother's heart. He carried out the engagement with the Queen Consort in their first joint duty since the period of royal mourning ended. The couple have been staying at Birkhall, Charles' home on the Balmoral estate, since September 20, just after Her Majesty's state funeral. During a short speech at Dunfermline City Chambers, the King paid tribute to Queen Elizabeth and her love of the country. He said, "The Queen's deep love for Scotland was one of the foundations of her life. There could be no more fitting way to mark my beloved mother's extraordinary life of service than by granting this honour to a place made famous by its own long and distinguished history, and by the indispensable role it has played in the life of our country." The King and Queen Consort have granted Dunfermline city status. Image, Getty. Royal duties have resumed as the mourning period has ended. Image, Getty. King Charles and Camilla then made their way to Dunfermline Abbey to mark its 950th anniversary, as the Queen did when she marked its 900th. Later in the day they travelled to Edinburgh to host a reception celebrating British South Asian communities at the Palace of Holyrood House. Dunfermline was one of 8 towns to be granted city status by the Queen as part of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Redmore, Prince Joachim and wife Princess Marie in tears over royal title acts. The King paid tribute to his late mother. Image, Getty. Greeting the crowds in Scotland. Image, Getty. The other winners were Bangor in Northern Ireland, Wrexham in Wales, Douglas on the Isle of Man and Stanley in the Falkland Isles, as well as Colchester, Doncaster and Milton Keynes, listed the Telegraph. The new King said, "I was delighted when, in May this year, it was announced that Dunfermline was one of the 8 communities being granted city status to mark the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Now, of course, we gather to celebrate this great occasion but also to commemorate the life of Her late Majesty, whose deep love for Scotland was one of the foundations of her life." Don't miss Princess Charlene of Monaco posts sweet message to social media. Latest oil price jumps $4 as OPEC considers largest cut since 2020. Updates: Meghan Markle hires fact-checker for Spotify podcast Archetypes, reveal. The royals have always had a love for Scotland. Image, Getty. Trending: Alistair Jack MP, the Secretary of State for Scotland, said ahead of the ceremony, "It is a huge honour for Dunfermline to be bestowed city status and will be a huge boost to the city and its people. And it's a huge honour that the King and Queen have made this their first official visit together after royal mourning. The decision was taken by the late Queen personally to choose Dunfermline. Between then and now, the King has really rode into action and honoured the date.